to Kids Time.
Thank you. It is Kids Time once again, and today with me I have
Angeline, Alwin,
and
Crystal.
welcome. Now, our story today is about honesty. Honesty is very important, and it's a key virtue we should have as children. What's the meaning of honesty? Crystal, what's honesty?
It's something like doing something good.
Doing something good. Yeah, it's true. Angeline, what is honesty?
Honesty is to obey our elders.
To obey. Doing something good and to obey. Yeah, they all add up to honesty. And honesty is a very good virtue. The Bible talks about honesty, and people who are honest are always blessed. Honesty is the character, an inner character of a person. Because when you are honest, you do the right things at all times. Not only when people are looking at you, whether nobody's looking at you, you still do something which is right. You'll still be honest. And for people to know your character, they will know you by your honesty. If you are a good person, you will be seen by the way you do things. Now, when we go to church, we are given what with our parents to go to church?
Offerings.
We are given offerings. What do we do with our offerings, Aline?
We give to God.
We give to God. Sometimes are you tempted to keep a little to go and buy some sweet after church, maybe during the week, and buy something?
No.
Oh, that is good. Don't be tempted. Now today we are looking at honesty, and we are looking at a story of Ananias and Sapphira. You know, when I mention those two words, I feel, I get scared. Because the ending of that story is not good. Ananias and Sapphira, there was a time in the community, they decided, that all the disciples, they said they were going to sell all their possession. Everything you have, they were going to sell it. They were going to sell their land. And then they will take the money and take it to where? To church. They were going to take the money together, collectively, and use as the church community. Now, Ananias and Sapphira, that was husband and wife. They sold everything. And then they looked at the money. And then they counted the money. They said, this is too much. We'll keep some for ourselves. And so they hid the money. So when they met Peter, they gave him some portion of money. And Peter said, is this all? Is this all? He said, yeah, this is all. Okay. Peter said, it's okay. Thank you for bringing to the Lord. But you know what? They were not honest. They had hid some money. And immediately they said, this is all. And Peter asked the wife, is this all? He said, yes. He asked Ananias, is this all? Yes. He asked Sapphira, is this all? He said, yes. But do you know what happened? Oh, it is too sad. They did what? They died. They were struck and they just died because they lied. They were not honest and they died. It was so sad. And you know, today, God still expects us to be honest as children. I know God nowadays is kind. He doesn't deal with us so harshly the way he used to deal with the early Christians. Like he cannot strike us to death. But you know, God is not happy when we are not honest. God will not bless us when we are not honest in small things that God gives us. What are some of the things God has given you that you have it belongs to God, Crystal?
Parents.
God has given you parents. How honest are you to your parents?
I always obey them.
Good. When you obey them, that is nice. What are some of the things that God has given to us?
Brother and sister.
God has given us our brothers and sisters. How do we take care of our brothers and sisters?
Kindly.
By loving them, isn't it? And God is happy with that. God has given us so many things. God has even given us some money, and that's why God requires us to give tithe and offering. And we should be honest to give back to the Lord. But when we are not honest to give back to the Lord, is the Lord happy?
No.
The Lord is not happy. I know he has not struck any child to die, but God is not happy. Because in the Bible it records that Ananias and Sapphira did what? died for the fact that they were not honest. What is the Bible telling us in being honest? What is the Bible telling us, Angeline?
The key text is from Luke chapter 16, verse 10. He who is faithful in what is least is also faithful in much, and he who is unjust in what is least is unjust also in much.
Wow, repeat it for us to go through with you.
Okay. He who is faithful in what is least
He who is faithful in what is least
is faithful also in much.
is faithful also in much.
And he who is unjust in what is least
And he who is unjust in what is least
is unjust also in much.
is unjust also in much. That's what the Bible is telling us. And as children, we should be faithful in the little things God has given us, so that God will know that we are faithful in the little things God has given us. And as we grow, God will bless us with many things, because He knows that we were faithful in the little things we had, and He will still bless us with much. How many of you want to have many things in life? You want to have many things? You want or you don't want? All of us want to have many things in life, isn't it? But how will we get the many things? By being faithful in the little things that God has given us. You know, as children, we are still growing. We don't own a house. We don't own a car. We own small things. We just own small toys and maybe a bicycle. But if we are faithful in these small things, God will bless us with much. When we grow, God can bless us with big things. We can also own cars. We can also own big houses. But we will only get that if we are faithful in the small things that we have now. So children, it is my prayer that we become faithful in the least that we have. We be honest in the least that we have, so that the Lord can do what? Can bless us. We don't want to be stricken by death like Ananias and who? And Sapphira. So we pray that God will help us to be what? Honest. Children who are watching us, we pray that God will help us to be what? Honest. And we are going to do a song that will remind us to trust and obey. Because if we trust and obey in God, then we shall be honest. Thank you. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Again, trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. May God bless you as we learn to trust and obey in the Lord.